Welcome everyone to my very first golf vlog here at Laguna National Golf Resort Club in Singapore. I'm playing off the blues, quite an early morning tee time at 7:12 in the morning, and this hole is a short par 4. My idea here was to hit a 3-wood around the corner, just a bit of a draw just over that bunker, but I ended up hitting a bit of a fade instead. Ended up all right though. All right, so second shot here next to the cart path. I've got about 150 yards. I've got to hit it under that branch, but over this green fence. Got to hit a bit of a fade as well. That's kind of in my mind. So I think I just clipped the tree a little bit. So it didn't get all the way there. I'm a bit short, but pretty good attempt. All right, so third shot on the fairway in front of the green. Have about 40 yards left. And to be honest, I don't really practice a shot very much. So what was going through my mind was just hit a decent shot, especially with my buddy filming me behind. So I stuck it into the ground a little bit too much there, but caught it okay. So it ended up being pretty good, about 6-7 feet away. All right, par putt here, pretty standard. Slight right to left break, but I just really wanted to make this because I don't want my first hole to be bogey. Come on. And made it. Was so relieved there. Okay, so hole number 11. We started on the back 9, by the way. But it's a 521-yard par 5. Just wanted to hit a driver with a little baby draw. And that was basically the opposite. So I pushed that a little bit to the right, just over those trees to the right there. All right, so second shot in the rough on the right, almost on the other fairway. So I've got 180 yards here. I'm hitting an 8-iron only because it's in the rough. Flyer lie for sure. Hit it pretty solid here. I was trying to hit just over the branches of that dead looking tree, but I just tugged it a little bit left. Okay, so third shot ended up being at the bunker. I actually didn't mind being in here, at least it's not in the water on the right, but I was pretty confident that I can get on the green and have a chance at birdie. Hit it pretty good and nice, pretty good chance. So short putt here for birdie. Pretty standard, not much break. Got it. Into the red numbers early. So hole number 12 now. About 170 yards out. I was using an 8-iron. And in my head, I just wanted to play a little bit of a draw towards that pin there. And no draw. Slight push just over that right edge of that bunker. So at this point, I'm basically thinking I'm pushing everything today. All right, long putt here, about 50 feet away, over a slope downhill to a grouping of unmarked golf balls. And sit. Don't hit his ball. Okay. So just finishing this putt off. All right, so hole 13, 330 yards. The tee box was moved up here. Downwind. So yeah, obviously I'm going for it. And definitely got over. Didn't see it splash. Bit of bonus footage here with my buddy Rob. Off the tee hitting an iron. Try to go with the safe play. Decent strike, maybe slightly heavy. Just didn't make it over that bunker. We all just stay silent for a while and just look at each other's faces, and for sure he's disappointed with that one. All right, so found my ball on the front edge. Eagle chance here. And again, my buddy just refuses to mark his golf ball. Oh, so close there. So close. Always nice to have a tap-in birdie. All right, so hole 14, driver, trying to hit a little draw. And yeah, felt awful because it was blocked, but it didn't go as far right as I thought it would. So it still ended up being all right. All right, so second shot was about 160 yards out. Wind was blowing in the face. You can see the pin there, just in front of that tree. And this one I actually pulled a little bit. Was hoping I pushed that one also. Not really striking it very well today. Giving myself a lot of long putts. But seem to be putting it pretty well. Getting really close at it every time. Nice little tap in par. On to the next. 15, 518 yards. At this point, I just don't want to push the ball anymore, so I'm trying to focus pretty hard. And I really hit this one well. So second shot was 200 yards out here, using a 6-iron. Was hoping to play a little bit of a draw into that flag. Hit it pretty straight. Just to the right edge of the green. There wasn't any draw there. So yet another long putt, kind of downhill. Still hoping to two-putt here, just walk away with a birdie. And hit it a little too hard. Jeez. So birdie chance. Man, I blasted that thing. Like, that's probably like 8, 9 feet by. And got it. All right. So at this point, hole 16, I feel a little bit more warmed up. I wanted to play a draw just over the right edge of that bunker. And was pretty close. Sorry for the movement of the camera. So on my second shot, my buddy Dan was just behind me. He hit in. Pretty good shot. He suggests we have a bit of a side bet here. So furthest away from the flag would have to do 5 push-ups on the green. I was pretty confident. Just blocked it slightly. Don't think I hit it far enough. So looked like to me it'd be pretty close. All right, so this is my ball on the green. That's Dan's. It's pretty close. I lost. So 5 push-ups to me. It's just a sample of some of the shenanigans our group gets into on the golf course. So first putt, birdie chance. Had a fairly good look at it. And just burns the edge. Kind of a boring par. Okay, so hole 17, this is a tough par 3. Over water, bunker on both sides. Green's quite small here, but I've got 180 yards into the wind, so I'm hitting like a punch 6. And hit it pretty solid. It was going just left of the flag. I think it was short, but still made it over. And I barely got over the water. So yet another long putt. Just ripped that putt. And, ooh, pretty close. I was very happy with that. And short putt for par. Ooh, 360. I got nervous there. All right, so hole 18, 377 yards, driver. Beautiful hole here. Water all on the left. Pretty tight fairway. And hit this one pretty good, just over that bunker, right down the center. Have a short wedge in. So have about 60 yards left, 58-degree wedge. Hoping to get this one close. Finish the 9 with another birdie. Hit it pretty solid, right at the flag. That's pretty good. I don't know if you guys can see that, but hit my best wedge shot today. Nice. So far I'm doing really well. -4 on the back, but it doesn't feel like it because I'm not really hitting my approaches very well. But we're off to hole number 1 since we started on the back 9. So hole number 1 here. The tee decks were moved up just because the blue tee decks were actually blocked off for maintenance, but 348 yards. Just wanted to get it as close to the green as possible, but hit it a little bit to the right. Yeah, so that's kind of in the tree area, just right of the green. So next to the cart path, fairly close to green, only about 40 yards, and have to go into that branch, so just wanted to play like a bump and run. Let it short and let it roll on. Have a pitching wedge. And it just barely gets on. All right, well, at least I'm on the green. So birdie putt here. Hoping I can make at least one putt. No break. Par. All right, so hole number 2, par 5. I always hit down the left side here because there's just nothing there. And this time, big push slice right in the center of that pond. So, little off the rails here. All right, so I took a drop kind of where it entered. I've got 280 yards into the green, hitting a 3-wood, and I think I can get pretty close. And I crushed this thing just over the right edge of the water, kind of going to the opening of that green, and I think it's just short. Okay, so a 30-yard pitch, pretty standard. Felt pretty good over this. Thought I can get it pretty close. Give myself a chance for par at least. And awful pitch by me there. All right, so par putt. Not feeling too great after that pitch. Was hoping I can sink one instead of burning the edge. And break. Oh, no break. First bogey of the day. So hole number 3, 325. The tees were moved up a little bit, so I mean I'm going for this. Hit a really nice little draw here, right at the opening of the green, and I was pumped to see that I made it there. So the drive just rolled onto the front and got a downhill putt for a chance at eagle. One thing I think is my driver today has been saving me, and the fact that my long putts have been pretty good. Down the slope, no break.
Oh, come on.
Man, it was hit that a bit too far back, or too far beyond. So just finishing this off. Hopefully I walk away with a birdie. make up for the last hole. Oh, that's probably the worst feeling, or one of the worst feelings in golf, is to drive a green followed by a 3-putt. Hole number 4, 360 yards, 2-iron off the tee. Pretty good. Second shot, I had about 130 yards in and thought I had a good chance of getting this one close. And I just blocked the heck out of that wedge. And it was short. Look at the size of that divot. Man, that was a big mistake. So short chip, but it was short-sided, kind of down the slope. Was going to bump and run. Just hit it way too hard. Yeah, that's not going to sit. All right, just scrambling for par here. Ooh, so happy to make that. So hole number 5, par 3, had about 170 yards into this, so I'm hitting a 8-iron. And just another standard block to the right today. The fact that my score is so good today, it just doesn't show because I've just been hitting it so bad. So putt off the fringe. Been doing pretty well so far, so I was pretty confident I was going to get it close. This was quite a big break to it. And this was almost going to curl in. I was so excited, but so close yet so far. Just to tap in par. I was pretty happy with that one. So hole 6 is about 400 yards. Now the green is, it's like a dog-leg right, so I had to fade it over the trees to the right. And kind of did exactly what I wanted to do. I could have faded it more actually, but it was pretty good. And as soon as I got up there, I guess I didn't fade it enough. I guess I was correct about that. So in the bunker, tough shot here. I was like 50 yards out. And yes, a shot that I rarely practice. I was quite anxious about this one. Had a 52-degree wedge in my hand. Caught it really well and hit an awesome shot here. Really, really good. Got it pretty close, about 6-7 feet maybe. That was probably one of my best shots today. So another look at birdie. Hopefully I can capitalize on that shot. Nope. All right, so hole 7, another par 5, about 565 yards. I hit this one really nice. So I was hoping I have a short enough shot in. So I was 225 yards out here, second shot, using a 4-iron. And again, I was pretty excited. Pretty standard looking shot. Thought if I could just get it on the green somewhere. Looking for the left side of the flag just because the green kind of feeds to the right. And another slight block just over the center of that bunker. And it just caught the green, so I was kind of okay with it. So third shot here, over the ridge and down the ridge. Eagle chance, just trying to give myself a chance at it. And sit just blasted that way by. Okay, trying to finish off a birdie. And okay. Man, I think this whole round is just because I putted pretty well today. I gave myself a lot of long putts and also drove it well. All right, so hole 8, I was 135 yards out. Wind was in the face a little bit, so I was hitting a punch 9-iron. This hole is just all about getting the distance control right, because there's just water over it and obviously water short. But hit pretty good here, just right of the flag. Slightly short, but I'm just glad I'm kind of near the green. I was pretty confident at this point with my long putts. Make it. Oh, just burning edges all day. Imagine if I just sank maybe 2 of these long putts. My score would be really, really good. All right, last hole, hole number 9. 2-iron off the tee. Just kind of over the left edge of those bunkers. Pretty good shot off the tee. So second shot. So have about 145 yards in. Hitting a little 9-iron here. Pin's tucked to the back right, so I just want to hit in the middle. And maybe close to pin high, maybe just short of it. And just drawing left. And it's okay, just kind of center. All right, so another birdie chance, but pretty long putt yet again. Just want to 2-putt, walk away. Up the hill, down the slope, breaking to the right. Oh! I can say that my long putts were on point today. And if you guys want to give me any feedback as to how I can make this better, please don't hesitate to do so. And be sure to follow me on my Instagram if you want to inquire about my online lessons. And if you are visiting my channel for the first time, be sure to subscribe and like the video for future golf-related content.